So if you are wondering whether you should join Gut Cleanse and Rejuvenation Program, then let me help you out a little bit. So who should join this program? I am hale and healthy, I have no problem. People are talking about autoimmune conditions, this and that. I am suffering from none of it. Should I join? So the clear and short answer is yes. And let me tell you why. So if you are trying to rebalance your gut is the mother of all kind of positive things which are happening inside your body. So your heart does what it is supposed to do, your liver does what it is supposed to do, your kidney does what it is supposed to do. But who provides them the signal, the hormones and enzymes, and how do they function in a proper balance? Through your gut. Now if you are trying to be cautious about your overall health, you're trying to be protective about how you feel and behave, how your body responds 5 to 10 years from now, then elimination diet is something that you must do every year. So once a year is something which is recommended in terms of doing elimination diet, and that goes for anyone and everyone. Now alongside there are people who are not suffering from any kind of ailments. There is additional benefits that you get from an overall health perspective, which is specifically in weight loss. Now, weight loss, there are 3 different kinds of weights that you are going to receive from your body. One, it is going to be about water retention. Whatever water retention weight you are having, it will go. Second, there would be toxic overload, which would be gone. Third, any weight that you are having because of chronic inflammation inside your body, that also your body would lose. So for all of these reasons and more, in fact, even if you are having less amount of weight, because the body would come into a balance, people who want to gain weight would gain a little bit of a weight. Now, the good thing about this is none of this weight related changes that your body is going to go through are going to be temporary. You're not going to yo-yo back into whatever your previous weight was. So this change in your weight, whether gain or loss, is going to be permanent unless you subject your body to the previous conditions again and again, which has to be detrimental for a very long time for you to gain that weight again. So you need to make your body suffer. It is not going to gain weight within a week or so. So this is when you are healthy at an overall level, etc. Now second, if you are having any kind of digestive issues, let's say if you are taking antacid for a prolonged period, if you are suffering from constipation, if you are having bloating, if you are having burping, etc., there are very high degree of chances, almost a certainty, that there is some kind of dysbiosis. Or in other words, there is some kind of imbalance inside your gut, a balance between the good and the bad bacteria. So that good and bad bacteria balance has been compromised. If you go through this particular elimination diet, you have a chance to create that balance again inside your body and resolve your digestive issues like bloating, burping, constipation, acidity, etc. with a high degree of certainty. So any such conditions, digestive issues you are suffering from, you must go for elimination diet. Third kind of a person who should join this program. If you're suffering from any allergies, let me give you an example. Food allergies, sensitivities, you consume certain things or certain kind of environment, etc. You have the rashes on your skin, you have boils, your skin reacts in some way, or you have some kind of a discomfort which the body clearly throws signals for by being in a certain kind of environment, or you have conditions like asthma. So all of those conditions combined, these are all categorized as allergies. Now, there are about 60-70% of chances that again this condition has developed inside your body because of leaky gut syndrome, which we have discussed in the webinar. So, leaky gut syndrome, if you're suffering from, which has resulted in allergies or allergic conditions or sensitivities of any kind, this is your chance to understand what exactly is the culprit and how to work against it, eliminate that root cause and come out of your condition permanently. So any kind of allergy if you're suffering from, you must go for this particular diet and this particular program, and your chances of completely coming out of it and curing yourself is as good as 60 to 70%. So you must do it. Now the fourth kind of person who must go for elimination diet is people who are suffering from any kind of hormonal imbalances or conditions. So if you are suffering from thyroid condition or insulin related disorders such as diabetes and so on, or adrenal fatigue or this or that, etc., you must go for this particular program. Why? Because this again is related to your conditions inside your gut, dysbiosis, leaky gut, and n number of other things may have happened inside your body, which have resulted in a new balance. And that new balance is some kind of a hormonal imbalance, unfortunately. How do you rebalance it again? You work in your gut and restore the right balance inside your gut. If you are able to do that, you will be able to come out of your conditions also. This particular 1-month program would not be able to cure you, but it would be able to provide you to the path towards cure, which is extremely important. So there are about 40-50% of the cases who would benefit tremendously by creating a path for themselves and finding a cure for themselves over a sustained period. So people who are suffering from hormonal imbalances, they must join this program. The next category of people who must join this program are people who are suffering from any kind of mental disorders, mental conditions such as stress, anxiety, depression, any kind of mood fluctuations which is troubling them and which has destroyed their environment and their well-wishers and people in and around them, their family members and all. It's not a happy environment anymore. So if you are facing any of those kind of issues, we do talk about gut-brain axis and the important role gut plays in maintaining your mental health, and vice versa is also true. But what we need to understand is 70% of the mental health conditions are primarily because of what is happening inside your gut. So for that and that reason alone, if you are suffering from any kind of mental health challenges, do join this. Definitely do join this, because you are going to definitely and tremendously benefit from this program. The next kind of category of people who must join this program is people who are suffering from any kind of autoimmune conditions. There are 80 plus conditions identified, and there are many more basically. Different kinds of autoimmune conditions keep getting added up to the tally. So people who are suffering from, let's say, parotiditis or rheumatoid arthritis or psoriasis or any other kind of conditions which are categorized into autoimmune conditions, wherein the body starts attacking its own healthy cells. Any of those kind of conditions if you are suffering from, then this is a program that you must do. You cannot avoid this. In fact, any person who is going through any kind of an autoimmune condition, the first thing you are going to do is you are going to either run to a modern medicine doctor, etc. And autoimmune conditions, they have no cure. Modern medicine has no cure so far identified for any kind of autoimmune condition. So that is something they will provide you medicines to manage the situation and would deteriorate different kinds of organs in a prolonged. If you take those medicines for a prolonged period. So that detrimental effect on the body is going to happen. To avoid this, or else the other option, you obviously have to go to alternate therapies, which may or may not work. So the other option you are having is to find the root cause and define your path towards cure. And that you can do with this particular program through functional medicine approach. Gut cleanse and rejuvenation is the way to go for it.